I'm not perfect part. I don't know because I'm not perfect. All right, listen. All right. I wanted to talk about this because I feel like it's been fed to me a lot on my path. Right? It is the path of doing both and being both. Right? Doing both and being both. I know y'all seen that one video with Big Sean and like Will Smith, and he like gave Will Smith like the red and the blue, or rather he took both instead of just taking one. Right? But I don't believe that should be possible. Right? I don't believe that we can do both. I believe the ones in power tell us to do that, so that way they are not overpowered. Right? Because think about it. If you're telling the truth while still living in the lie, the ones in position will still have power anyway. Whereas if you're living in the truth and speaking the truth, it takes away power from them. You can't do both, bro. I said this in a song. It's not released. It's unreleased. You can't do both, bro. Right? You can't do both. You can't be the hero and the villain at the same time. Right? You can't be the consumer and the creator at the same time. Right? You cannot be both in this life. You have to choose one path, and you gotta go straight down that path regardless of what is in your way. Right? You can't do both. I want you to try this shit. You can't do both though. I've actually done it. I've actually tried to do both. I've tried to be both. I've tried to play both sides, and I ended up being overstimulated every single time. Overstimulated and unsatisfied. You know? Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Anyways, see, like, you can't do both, bro. Like, this is the I'm not perfect for a reason. I can't be perfect on here while trying not to be perfect. Like, I can't try to be perfect in these videos and still have the intention of not being perfect at all. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, even before this video, I was trying to find like a perfect spot, like a perfect place to record, so that way I wouldn't be interrupted at all. And I guess I found that place technically, but now that I found that place, it don't feel right. Like, now that I found that place, it don't feel right. I don't know, bro. But it's like, you can't do both, right? The ones in position tell us that we can do that, so that way they stay in power, so that way they keep the lie going. You can't tell the truth while living a lie. If you're gonna tell the truth, you're gonna live in the truth. That's how it's supposed to go, regardless of whatever things come on your path, right? You can't do both, bro. You will overstimulate yourself easily. I've done this to myself multiple times. I've been in the position to where I would create content. I would create. I would just keep creating, keep making, create, keep making, create, keep making. And then I would proceed to go on the consumer side. And I would consume, whether it be somebody else or me, right? And in doing that, I would end up giving the person that praise and approval, whereas I would receive nothing in return. Of course, I mean, it's like important to give without any type of intention of receiving anything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if I'm just constantly creating, and just not really given that power to consuming, my content creation would go up. People would start to notice. People would start to see, right? They would start to see the content, right? They would start to see it. They would start to see it. They would start to feel it, because I am opening the space to have my content be consumed. Energetically speaking, I'm giving people the space to consume my energy. Whereas if I am consuming somebody else's content, I'm not giving people that space. And so I'm saying that to say, you cannot do both, bro. You can't be both. You cannot do both. And, it could apply to anything in life, right? It could apply to anything in life. But either way, it has to balance itself out. In the world of duality, that's how it's going to go. Either you're going to be all the way on one path or all the way on another path. And depending on what you are, who you are, that is what will manifest on your path. If you're telling lies all the time, it's obvious that you're not going to live a life that is true and authentic to you. But if you are living in your truth, speaking in your truth, then it is obvious that your path will be the most authentic path that you walk. Right? So, saying all this to say that you cannot do both. The only reason why they're saying this and they're putting this in our face is so that way we overstimulate ourselves, right? We overstimulate ourselves and let go of the truth. Because the lie, of course, it's the easier path. Of course, it's the easier way. Of course, lying to yourself and lying to others and just living a life that you would never live authentically in is easier. It's the path that is hard to walk. It is the path of truth, whether it be truth seeking, delivering the truth, whatever it is. But you can't do both, bro. You can't be a leader and a follower at the same time. If someone sees you following somebody else, what makes you think they're gonna assume that you are a leader? Right? It's about creating your own path in regards to that. Like, it doesn't make sense. You either the lone wolf, or you got a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of, the team that you have. You either the lone wolf or you're the team. You are either the leader or you're the follower. Like, there's no way around it. I understand this 100%. Right? You're either self-reliant or codependent. You can't be both. Can't be both, bro. I know this for a fact. And because I'm such a man of my word, I am willing to turn down being codependent, even if it means sacrificing something that I love. Right? I understand that it may be a harder path, but at least I will be authentic. At least I will be my true self on this path. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't do both. If you take anything from this video, know that you can't do both. You either go down one path or you go down the other. You either taking the red pill or you're taking the blue. You're either seen or you're in the background. You're either on the stage or you're either on the stage or in the stands. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Can't do both, bro. I realized this the other day. You know, the other day, I'll say this on here. The other day, I went to a Wu-Tang concert, right? With my mom, right? I love my mom. I went to a Wu-Tang concert with her. That same day, there was an open mic. And I have been looking, I have been searching, I have been yearning to be back on the stage, bro. Like, you don't understand. And when I seen that there was an open mic here, it really made me think, like, damn, you really can't do both. You're either in the stands praising another rapper, or you're on the stage being the rapper that they praise. It's as simple as that. Like, it's as simple as that, bro. Right? That's why, like, I'm a truth seeker. So if a lie is put in my face, I will apply the information just to make sure I can trust my own intuition. I make sure to apply the information so that way I can trust my own intuition. In that moment, when I seen that there was an open mic going on, the same day that I went to the Wu-Tang concert, it made me think different. It made me say, dang, you really can't do both. You really can't do both, no matter how hard you try. Now, of course, I was noticed by people. Of course, like, people seen us and they gave us the attention and the praise and stuff like that. But I wasn't on the stage. I was a fan. I was in the vibration of a fan. I was giving praise instead of receiving it. At least I was receiving it in a different way. I don't know. It didn't feel right either way. Like, it didn't feel right. But yeah. If you take anything from this video, know that you can't do both. Choose a side. Choose a side. Be the most yin, masculine energy in the world, or be the most kind-hearted, feminine, loving energy in the world. It's up to you. You can apply this shit and try it yourself. I guarantee you will tire and exhaust yourself out trying to be both. You will guarantee exhaust yourself. This goes to, like, it goes with anything in life, bro. It goes with anything. Like, I could be worried about being seen or being heard by other people and stuff like that, or I could just continue focusing on the video. Like, I can't give power to both, because if I give power to one and not the one that I actually would like to give power to, which is y'all, then of course it's not going to make sense. Of course the message is not going to be received. And that is the point I'm trying to make, is that you can't do both. You cannot take the red and the blue pill. I don't know why they are dispersing this type of message to the media, but you can't do both, bro. You can't do both, right? So, next time you see someone trying to delay or relay that message, just know they are trying to keep the lie alive.